Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vianney here. There's something I want to share with you today that I think is really, really important that a lot of people don't do right, and then they wonder why they don't have the appropriate lead flow to actually grow their business in the way that they want to do it. And that is how to actually turn engagement into conversation. A lot of people wait for inbound leads, right? People to message them, but they're not actually proactively creating conversations, and therefore creating lead flow and creating sales based on what's happening on their profiles. And today we're going to show you exactly how to do that. I want to show you an example post, the one that I did yesterday here on my Facebook profile. You can see just about having hit 10K monthly recurring revenue in the last 6 weeks, which isn't unusual, but the thing that's cool is that we've been doing this without sales calls, right? So that's really, really fun, and just kind of talking about where we're going to take this going forwards and stuff like that, right? It's all about monthly recurring revenue, working 4 days a week, 95% profit margins, and setting yourself free from what I call prison businesses, right? The kind of modern way that people run high ticket businesses. So one of the things that worth noting is that there's a fair amount of engagement, right? You've got 65 likes and 34 comments. And so obviously I've got my comment here at the top. If you want to learn how to do this for your own consulting or coaching business, DM me the words MRR and let's chat. That's my call to action. So obviously the warmest of the warm, the hottest of the hot leads are going to come in and do that. But then there's everyone else. And so we don't want to leave this to fate, right? We want to go out there and make it happen. So that's what I want to talk to you about. And before we get into the actual framework, and you can access the document below this video, feel free to make a copy. There's a couple of things just to consider. So what creates engagement, right? Because this whole strategy that I'm about to show you relies on people actually engaging with your posts. If you're getting crickets and no one's commenting, no one's engaging, well, then this isn't much help to you either. Engagement is created by two things. One of them is a growing network. So there's constantly new people coming into your world. You have to automate this. You're not going to spend hours and hours and hours adding the right people to your network. There's tons of automation out there that you can use to make this happen. So you have to have a growing network, and then you have to have content that actually resonates with your audience to the degree where they want to engage. And there's different types of engagement, right? There's people supporting you. There's people opting in. So you have a call to action post. There's people that are commenting their perspective, whatever's going on. There's different kind of things. But if you don't have a growing network and you don't have content that invites engagement, then you can't actually do this. So assuming that you have those two things in place, and there's at the bottom of this document, there is a link to my Facebook profile. If you need help with this side of things or the monthly recurring revenue side of your business, hit me up. You can just do that there. But beyond that, there's a couple of things that can happen with your post, right? You can have someone that likes or reacts. You can have someone who leaves a generic comment, like supporting you or whatever, and then you can have a specific comment. And I'll just walk you through this super simple framework because it's literally has generated hundreds of clients and it's stupidly simple and everyone should be doing it. So here we go. If a like or a reaction, you simply can say something like, "Hey name, thanks so much for the love on my post about X." Obviously, this one's going to have to look a little bit different based on what you've got going on. Are you interested in Y? That is the actual topic. Or were you just being awesome and boosting the algorithm for me? So using this example here, right? Because we're just talking about this post, adding monthly recurring revenue to your network, all right? So in this example, we'd say something like, "Hey, John, thanks so much for your love on my post about me adding 10K MRR in the last 6 weeks. Really appreciate it. Are you interested in monthly recurring revenue for your own business, or were you just being awesome and boosting the algorithm for me?" This is like a super soft open, right? Because it gives them the opportunity to go, "Hey, yes, I'm a little bit interested," or "Hey, I'm not interested, I'm just helping you out," or whatever's going on. But it invites a soft conversation that can turn into a sales conversation really quickly if they go, "I am kind of interested," or "I'm actually intrigued." That's the kind of thing that you can move down. If it's a generic comment like, this one here, Justin Lee, "Way to go, man, congratulations," right? So you might say something like, "Hey, Justin, appreciate your comment on my post about hitting or adding 10K monthly recurring revenue in the last 6 weeks. Are you interested in that for your own business, or were you just being awesome?" Right? Same thing if it's generic. If it's specific, don't just copy and paste like a template, right? We want to add as much context and familiarity as we can into these kind of conversations because that's what makes it human and that's what makes it warm. So for example, if someone says, "I've been thinking about monthly recurring revenue for a while now, but I haven't quite pulled the trigger on it. Sounds awesome though," right? Something like that. You can say, "Hey John, appreciate your comment on my post about adding 10K MRR in the last 6 weeks. Thought it was really interesting that you said that you've been thinking about monthly recurring revenue but haven't really pulled the trigger on it. Is this something that you're really interested in for your own business too?" Or, you can change this last bit up. "How long have you been thinking about it and what's stopping you from moving it forwards?" Right? And then they will say, "Oh, well, I don't really know how to do it. I don't know how to plan the offer. I don't know how to plan the structure. I don't know how to do the content. I don't know how to onboard people. I don't know how to keep churn low," all these kind of things that people think about. And then once opened, you just revert back to your normal setting and sales conversation. Okay, this is like bog standard stuff. This is just a really nice warm opener that gives people the opportunity to bow out if they're not interested, but actually will create tons of conversations for you. And you can do this on every platform, by the way. You can do this on LinkedIn, you can do this on Facebook, you can do this on Instagram, you can do this wherever. Whatever you've got stuff going on, do this. And in the normal script, obviously get to know the lead, move them through the sales process, and book them in for a call or sell by chat, depending on however you normally do things. So I hope you found this beneficial. As I said, this document is available below this video. If you want help on my side, like what we do is help people add 30, 50K per month in recurring revenue to their business, work 4 days a week, keep 95% profit margins. And as I said at the beginning of this video, be set free from what we call prison businesses. So you can add me as a friend here on Facebook, message me the words MRR, and then we'll just take it from there. I hope you enjoy this and see you next time.